Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today is episode 1 in the downfall of iLand 2. Don't play. This episode made me mad in so many ways. What is going on? Anyways, let's get into this video, starting with Team A. Position distribution was horrible. Low-key, I think it was a mess. So let's start. 1, I don't think Jiyoon would have done great as a center, no offense, especially if there's such strong performers like Sebi, who might accidentally out-center you. Jimin picked a small part, and was that a good idea? I was surprised that she didn't pick the center. A lot of people didn't pick the center. Jungin, you chose part 5, but now that I think about it, she wanted the bridge, so it makes sense. Mai chose a part that I think she could fill. I'm surprised Sebi didn't choose the center. She could have, but she chose main dancer. Who else? Sujung, I'm surprised she chose main vocal. I'm proud, but now is not the time to be risky. Not at all. And yeah. They were way too lax, and that led to a horrible interment check. It wasn't that good. But let's see what happens with their performance. They were so pretty. Sujung impressed me with her vocals. She has a really pretty voice. Ace vibes. Jimin played it way too safe, and she didn't stand out much. She didn't do bad, but she didn't stand out that much. Mai did good. I did like her bench part where she's on the phone and blah, blah, blah. Fuka wasn't a very strong center, but I think she did well. She showed her vocals, but I wouldn't be able to tell she was a center. Sebi definitely out-centered her, and Sebi did a really good job performing, probably my favorite out of all of these. Jungin had pretty vocals, but there is one part that I did think Ling did better, and we'll talk about that soon. I'm not surprised about Sujung or Jimin not being picked by the producers. I didn't really agree with the rest, but we'll talk more about that when we talk about part B. Like I said, position distribution was I thought Sarang should have chosen the center. These people had early picks and they didn't pick any hard parts. And I was a bit confused, but Sarang ate. Coco made a good choice. Yuju, she had a decent choice. I mean, she also could have done center. Yui, I'm proud Yui chose center. Why would Jiyoon pick center, though? I think her being booted to main vocalist was a blessing in disguise. So let's talk about their process. A lot of this was focused on Coco getting better, and she did get better. And I loved seeing her work hard and practice so much, and I loved her on stage. But we'll talk about that next. Everyone stood out, and it was very balanced. I liked Team B more than Team A. They felt more like a group. I think Yuju did well. Her one part was very natural, like a lot of people said. Sarang did well, really well, honestly. Coco was a good main dancer. And also, when did the Jiyoon fan club come from the judges? What happened to evil editing her? Now everyone loves Jiyoon. What? Ling, I thought, did better than Jungin. She was stronger. And I'm gonna talk about my final thoughts next. What was the point of this performance if it was based on the past performances as well? Because then you might as well have already picked who you wanted, right? Because it looks like Ling never even had a chance, right? And she was never my pick. But just this episode was what? Because they were okay, let's base this on all of their past performances as well, instead of just rating it on who did better in this performance, right? I don't know, it just didn't make sense. I think Coco should have beat Sebi because Coco was a better main dancer. Yuju versus Mai, I think that was a little more difficult. At first I was why wasn't it Yuju? Because I liked Yuju better now, but now that I look at it, I liked Mai's a lot too. Yui was a better center than Fuko. And if we still looked at past performances, I think they were in ground for like, I don't know, like, are we playing favorites or what's going on here? You know? I just didn't agree with what the judges had to say. And like this whole episode was like, was there even a point? Should it have come out? Because, like, what? I was in the middle of editing this and then I was like, oh wait, I have to add ground. Ground got like 0 screen time. Like, oh, ground. I forgot about them. They were literally like, no one cared about them, which sucks. Like, look at their outfits. But this is the best ground performance for sure. And it makes me, it's like, it feels so sentimental watching it. Like, they cared and you can just see the desperation from their performance. And it was so sad. The one thing that scares me the most, though, is if this was their debut lineup. Like, the producer's choice was low-key predictable. But if this was their debut lineup, I'm sorry, I would be so, so sad. Let me think. It's Fuko, Jiyoon, Mai, Sarang, who else? I'm blanking. Fuko, Sarang, Jiyoon, Mai, Sebi, and Jungin. Because Coco and Jimin aren't there. And those are one of my top 2 picks. And I don't know, it just scares me. Because what if my lineup doesn't have my top picks? I would be heartbroken. But this is a decent lineup. They're just missing one of my top 2s. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. The next episode will be about the elimination. I'll see you soon. Mwah.